Hello everybody, welcome back to everybody playing another game of League of Legends, trying to carry up to Diamond by only playing support every game. I am the Strategy Professor. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get in here. Just joining me for the first time, as I said, it's just support every game, but we do the carrying as the support. That's the whole goal of this series, is to show that you don't have to play, you know, assassin, hyper carry type of champions. You can play other roles other than, you know, like mid and win games. Just through good strategic thinking, good planning, good shot calls, and good army composition, just good thinking. No, I'm 32 years old. I am not I'm not young in gamer years. I'm in my twilight years in terms of a lot of gamers, right? Because naturally, as we get a bit older, I think we lose some reflex time. I'm not a scientist or anything like that, but I think there's a reason that there's not a lot of pro gamers that are over 20. But that doesn't mean you can't still game and have fun and be competitive. You just have to use your mind. Yeah, I'm still gonna ban Jin here. I think my reflexes are still pretty good, but I think it's pretty safe to admit that it's probably not going to be as good as they were when I was 14, 16. I mean, evolutionarily, that just doesn't make any sense, right? Like, you want your young people to be in the best shape, right? Like, you want them to have the best reflexes and things like that, because for thousands and thousands of years they were hunter-gatherers. So of course, you know, I'm not a master historian either, but I suspect that, you know, thousands of years ago, people in their 30s, you know, weren't quite as common or in as good a shape as they are now. Anyways, we'll move off of my strangest side there. Let's focus on what's going on here. So there's some weird, kind of weird bans. Teemo ban is odd. That makes me wonder if one of them is going to go like Garen or something. I mean, the person may have just played against a really good Teemo, I don't know, or maybe they're just troll banning. I am very, very happy that it looks like they're going to nerf Jin next patch. I've been watching, I like to watch Phylol, just a free shout out to him. It's Phylol. He has some great informative videos. He releases about one every day. I just like him. It's just cool, it's concise. He usually has really good information. He does great research. So check him out. He has a ton of subscribers. He's very popular, but I think he's really cool. So anyways, he just did a rundown of some of the changes that are going on in patch, in the next patch, 6.17, and it looks like it's a ton. And Jin was definitely on the chopping block, and I'm so happy. I don't think they're nerfing him the right way, based on what I've seen. I think these nerfs are just going to tickle him. I mean, this guy, Phylol, is a Diamond ADC main, and he says that if those nerfs go through, it's going to gut Jin for the most part and put him to the middle of the pack. I don't quite agree with the number. Like, I don't think it's going to be that harsh. I think, honestly, they should have done more. He's so oppressive in lane. He's so oppressive in lane. I mean, Phi is playing an unranked to Diamond, and I don't know where he is. He might be in Gold or something like that at the moment, but if you play against Jin and, you know, Gold, low Platinum, or lower, he's just extremely oppressive in lane. Because people don't often get the kind of comps that you need to get to him, to kill him. So what they're nerfing is they're nerfing like his, whenever he gets a crit, I think his move speed's going to 3% instead of 10%. They're nerfing some of the damage on his ult, which I really like. But they're adding more execute damage and taking away initial damage, which means that he's still going to do similar damage to squishy targets, probably. Okay, so they have a Kennen, Lux, Kate. We have Lucian. We have good lane pressure early. I feel like it needs to be Tahm Kench, though. Well, we have a Lucian mid. Yeah, we definitely need a tank. We don't have any tanks. So this is why you see a lot of Tahm Kench games, or at least one of them on my channel, is people in top lane and jungle often don't run tanks in this meta, and you really need tanks in solo queue. Like, if you're watching professional play, sometimes they'll get away with comps that don't have tanks. The reason is because they have a very high level of coordination, and they're just really good mechanical players, so they can initiate with champions without being too far out of position to take damage. But when you're just playing solo queue with people, there's going to be people out of position, and initiates are going to be really messy a lot of the time. Okay, so what's bottom? It's either a Cannon or a Lux bottom. I'm going to go with MR either way. So I just go for this. Strength of the Ages. And just go with my Tahm MR page. I had someone ask me about this page. I posted this up. I think it was on Tahm Kench 30. I could start posting my exact runes in the description of every video, if you guys and gals would be interested in that. Just let me know in the comments if you're interested in doing that. And I can go ahead and do that. It's no problem. I have something like 15 different support rune pages, and then just a handful, just like maybe 1 or 2 for other roles. But that's another perk of being a support main, is you get support virtually every game. So you really, really can specialize in a role. Whereas if you play mid, you also have to learn how to play something else really well, like top or jungle. So if you play support, then you get to play the same role every time. And I think you want to play the same role very often in order to get better. And, you know, you really need to lower your champion pool too to probably 5 or less. Just really common picks that you pick. So mine would probably be, you know, like Tahm Kench, Janna, maybe Zyra, Nami, and maybe Nautilus, or just something like that. Just have a nice little array of champs that you can play. But don't try to play like 20 champs in ranked and expect to rank up a lot, because you're just not going to know what to do in different situations. Like, yeah, you know what the abilities do, you have some practice, but you're not going to know as well what you can do in an all-in situation. So what do you do if you're against, for example, an Alawi top? How much burst damage is she capable of doing to your champion if you're playing a top laner? What do we even have? Okay. Alright, I mean, I guess this is doable. It is... It's hard to tell. It has teleport. Ezreal? No, Ezreal... Oh, it's Lux, okay. Ezreal just has the exhaust and Lux has the... It's kind of weird, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll probably get harassed, so... Go ahead and go with the potions this game. I don't remember what I was talking about in the pregame, but yeah, Tahm Kench, good champion. Oh, lowering your champion pool, yeah. Just so that you know the limits when all-ins happen.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
So I'm going to try to get more Nami games, more Janna games, things like that as well. With the current meta, just really, you really need a tank champion. I can play Alistar, and Alistar is still okay. I had a lot of Alistar earlier in the season. I just think that Tahm Kench currently is much better. He just saves people a lot better, and he just has more consistent peel. Like, Alistar has 2 abilities, but they're really long cooldowns, and he's not nearly as tanky as Tahm Kench is either. Is this guy serious? Yo, yo, yo. Gosh. Okay. Alright. So we take a little bit of damage off of that. Oh, gosh. Okay, we missed a little bit of experience there. She didn't push that hard. But it's okay. I think it's definitely worth it. If you can get those golems with Tahm Kench, it's just so easy. Like, yeah, I took a little bit of a hit for it, but Ashe is going to hit level 2 really quickly. And she's going to get an extra bunch of gold. I'm not sure how much golems are worth. I think they're worth like 70, something like that. I'm just going to have to wait to trigger that. There we go. Oh, it is Ezreal support. Okay. That seems really weird. I mean, he has no CC. We're gonna obliterate him at level 6. Sorry, my reaction time's a little slow. I'm focusing on other things. It's my first game of the day. Especially once I get Grayskin. I think they would have been much better served with a Ezreal in the middle and Lux bottom. Just composition-wise. I don't know why. Maybe the guy was mad that he couldn't get ADC or something. Maybe these guys are a duo and they know something I don't. But the problem is with Ezreal's support, he needs a lot of gold to be good. He doesn't have CC. He doesn't have really high base damages. So, I mean, I guess if you're going to run an ADC, he's one of the better ones if you want to run double ADC, but it's just, I mean, it looks cool. He is getting some harass in, but it's just not going to be good. Kate's just going to get wrecked. They don't really have any peel for Kate other than like maybe Kennen. Let's see here. So we did doing pretty well in the other lanes. Now Lucian middle, that is a double ADC, but that's okay because he's kind of like he's a fighter. He's basically a caster, so that's okay. The only problem is he doesn't do magic damage, so we're really heavily invested in AD. So if they get armor, fortunately they don't have anything that's going to get armor outside of Gragas, so it's not going to be too much of a problem. But we don't have a diversity of threats. He's staying pretty far out of range. I mean, he can harass. I'm trying to find something positive. I try to be positive as much as possible. Sometimes I get a little negative, occasionally, if I've had some particularly rough games. Just like anybody. I don't think I get too bad, though.
An ally has been slain.
Okay, so I want to go ahead and pop this potion, and then we want to try to get on them. You gonna get him? I was a little bit late on that. That's okay. I got her out. So she didn't take 2 shots. Yeah, Kate's gonna back, it looks like. I think Gragas was just top, so he should be good to push this in. No, he's middle. Yeah, so he was top and he rotated mid. Okay, he's still there. We need to buy. That was very dangerous to do that because Gragas could be coming in theory. So I could get punished for that, but I'm just going to go ahead and back up. I assume he wants some kind of item breakpoint. Well, we're not taking that much damage. I'm going to just get this. Usually I like getting the healing item if I'm taking damage in lane. Oh, and we want a sweep or 2. Upgrading my healing item, but see, she should have backed because it looks... Think about it this way, if you're an AD carry and you're just not really sure. If you, like, how many extra CS did you get right here? Like, maybe 2 or 3? But if you would have just backed, then you would have gotten this. So you still would have gotten, like, 6 right here, because you're losing all of this to tower. So don't, you know, sometimes, once you push the wave into their tower, then you want to back. That's your best time to back, so you're going to lose the least amount of CS once it's in their tower. Okay, Lucian looks like he might want to make a play down here. There we go. So I just took the damage for him there. Oops. Okay, Kennen and Lux are top. Gragas could be bottom. But I think we can take him if he shows up. I still have exhaust. I'm not going to use my W to clear just in case Gragas. Yeah. Oh gosh. I could have flashed that maybe. I could have E and flashed it. Possibly. I think they're nerfing Gragas too, which is probably deserved. He's not really that oppressive in solo queue because people don't play him a lot, but he's very good in competitive play. Because when you do that flash body slam, then there's no reaction time to it.
My diet is expansively unique.
Okay, Lucian doesn't want it. I thought he wanted it. I mean, heck, I could almost do it myself. Just warp behind him and kill him. I still do have exhaust. I could probably just walk up and kill him, honestly. Okay, it's fine.
To succumb to culinary degradation.
I need to be in range while I'm backing of W so that I can eat him. Okay, he went top. Gragas is doing some nice work here on their end. He hasn't scaled that well though. I mean, he's good. He's a good champion, but if anyone's going to get kills, I'm glad that it's Gragas and not one of these other carries. Lucian's dominating CS-wise middle. What is... Ezreal feels like he was doing a lot of damage. What did he... Oh, he's AP Ezreal, okay. She's gonna run, I think. Let him get it. Okay. She missed her net and she didn't have flash, so I knew he could clean it up, and I just wanted to get him the kills. I mean, maybe he really is. The thing is, that's almost become a meme at this point. Yeah, we need to get this first tower blood. It's really, really good in this patch. Okay, we see Gragas is mid lane. I just saw him on the mini-map. Just always watching that mini-map, just trying to figure out where the jungler is. Now, Ezreal could show up. I'm not really scared of that. I'd rather just push this in. Yeah, we definitely want this. Oh gosh, I don't think we're gonna be able to get it. Maybe. I just guard Ashe here while she gets it. Okay, good. It's an extra 400 gold on top of the normal gold that you get. Well, I'll wait on one more wave.
All the world's a river.
Okay, cool. Kha'Zix is not stacking. No, he's not, so I can go ahead and kill this, I think. It's like a free ward. It's really helpful. It's one of the many perks of Tahm Kench is you can kill this thing pretty easily early on. And I can push middle too.
Everyone ends downriver eventually.
Be careful. There's just like 3 of them just mobbing around. Yeah.
You can still cast a line and hope.
What? Yeah, fine. Okay, well. He just kind of split the middle with everybody. That was kind of dangerous anyways, because he could zero out Lucian probably at this point. He's so fed. And he did go for the, I think, is that the AP? No, he went for the health. Okay. Thought he might have gone runic. So yeah, I should not have used my ult there.
A depth of flavor is what I covet. Expansively unique.
Killing spree.
Okay, sweet. Nice shot, Ash. I guess Gragas didn't have ult. I don't have any wards, but that's okay. I think we'll be okay with it. I just want to peel in case one of them gets snared. I was waiting for her to use her ult. Oh, yeah. Get that out of there. Okay. Might be able to come over this wall and clean this up. This is pretty dangerous. Yeah, we need to get out of here.
Has been slain.
Now we shall gluttonize.
He's gonna go all the way and check everything. That right there is even a little dangerous because he could E in and ult killer. That's alright. Okay, get this. Want movement speed. We want this. I think we just want Locket here. Yeah, Gragas is really the only threat. Actually, I'm gonna go for ZZ here. It may not be totally optimal, but I just want to end the game since we're winning, sort of. Could be wrong, but we need a little bit of help with the push because Lux can clear so well. So I think this will be helpful. Super dangerous. I have no idea where Gragas is. I assume he's not in blue jungle. I didn't know he was going to go that hard with it, but he did force her off. So that's good, I guess. Now, Ezreal can zero him out, so he needs to be careful. I'm going to try to block Qs. No. Kha'Zix, yo! Yeah, Kha'Zix was unnecessarily scared of that guy. I guess he maybe thought he had ult. I just gotta run. Get a little speed up here. I should be able to get away.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I shall return to this establishment shortly.
I actually need cooldown right now more than almost anything else. We need push. We need push though. Absolutely, we've got to get it. I really want extra cooldown for my chomp, but we need to get through these towers. And we don't have very good push. Yeah, it's a couple of pots.
All the world's towards a river, and I'm
An
its
enemy has been slain.
Yes, we did get the tower off of it, but... Okay, nice. The solution's doing some good work here.
to deny a craving.
He's playing a little too aggressively. I mean, he is getting kills. If this was one-on-one, he would absolutely shatter him, but... Just want to get kind of a tricky pink in there. Who got it? I think she got it from him.
Hunger can be abated.
So I'm just opening this up on the left side. Ashe needs to be careful on the other side.
A feast awaits. Everyone ends downriver eventually.
Okay.
Anything of death is deceitful. An entire
Ashe is getting a nerf too. I'm not entirely sure it's necessary, but probably. I mean, Ashe is good. I play a lot of Tahm Kench, so Ashe is not really that great against me most of the time. But against most other champions, she's very good. Does that basically cancel her ult? We want to keep pressuring this because Lucian's pressuring middle. Okay, never mind. He's backing up.
all shall drown in my magnificence.
I mean, I've got wards. Oh, Kha'Zix should not have used that. It's okay.
Gluttony is impossible.
Which way is he going to come from? We have a ward up there, so we should be able to see him if he goes that way. Oh gosh, we're split up. I think we can take him though.
An enemy
Yeah, they're going to run down those guys.
Nothing is stronger.
Nah, just...
Let us eat voraciously and overindulge.
Alright, so they got a dragon off of that. We did get one kill. So not worth, but it's okay. We had a really bad engagement. Given that it was a 4v5, I think that's okay.
All dies from time to time.
An enemy is dominating.
Misery has a delectable taste.
Yeah, I mean, I've got wards up there, man. This allowing is just like...
Has its own hunger.
It's not really worth warding that if I have limited wards because they're just going to sweep it. There's so many sweepers. That's like the most common place to sweep, but these they might not sweep, in theory. Okay, we need to get in here.
Ally has been slain.
No, I can't go that way.
I have tastes that aren't easily pacified.
Like, dude's like, we won't win, man. We're only up a lot of stats. Whatever. I want to get this. Like, see, imagine if I wasn't here to like calm these guys down because they have this defeatist attitude. If I wasn't here, then they would just keep arguing, and then somebody would probably rage out.
An ally has been slain.
Anything of depth is deceitful.
There's a chance I didn't need to flash there, but I didn't know like what the status of her laser was. I don't think I saw it.
An ally has been slain.
Another meal.
This guy's losing his mind over there.
Depth of flavor is what I.
See, they're raging out too. So I don't usually say a lot in all chat, but if someone's just like losing their mind, freaking out a little bit, you know, sometimes I'll throw a little bit of oil on the fire there. Just ask a question. I don't usually like doing that, but we need a little bit of help because our team's kind of raging out also.
Let us eat voraciously and overindulge.
Been slain.
True appetite never wanes.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's bad. He just keeps getting caught out, but it doesn't help if you just get him to rage. He's going to do something eventually. Like, he will teleport into a fight at some point,
To deny
and
craving. Gluttony. We all gourmandize for
so I need to get some wards up here. They don't have anything that's invisible, I don't think. That's a problem. I need to run. Cannon's here. That's alright, though. Gragas is really the only threat. I just want to put a,
culinary degradation.
Okay,
Double kill.
there we go.
An enemy has been slain.
We'll put a ZZ there. I have some armor. Dude, get it! Like, what is... Oh, Kha'Zix's trying to lifesteal or something? I don't know. Oh gosh, it hurts. So, I'm really glad I had the ZZ there instead of the Locket so that I had some armor. God. So hard to win sometimes.
Hunger can be abated.
Probably gonna die up here, so we're gonna have a 4v5, but that's okay. Let's grab this while we're waiting on him. Okay, so this thing didn't get that much work done. Oh yeah, it did. It got some damage on that tower. Okay.
Oh,
We're just kind of in wait mode here, because we can't do a 4v5. Just for the record, Alawi is playing really poorly this game and is feeding. So I agree with Lucian, but you don't ever want to team up on someone. I mean, she's already like one statement away from AFKing probably, so just don't say anything. You just have to think, how do I actually win this game? And if the answer doesn't involve something that is going to win you the game, then don't do it. So raging or complaining doesn't make him play better. You could just lose the game on the spot. So it's not that I don't see these things, it's not that I don't share the sentiment. At least somewhat. I'm not that, you know, I'm a little more chill about it, but it's not that I don't understand. It's just that I want to win. Yeah. After you get the inhibitor, the reason that people back up is there's nothing else you're going to get. They're going to keep spawning, and there's no way you're taking both of those towers in base with people up. Just want to get some wards in here. Set up for top. I think we can go top next. Okay, so I do need to back. Okay, well, Lowy's back. God, these guys. Alright. Those two are kind of having fun with it, I guess. I mean, I did a lot of stuff that too when I was younger. I assume these gentlemen are a bit on the young side, but that's okay. I mean, you got to remember too, if you're kind of an older gamer and you see a bunch of people, you know, just goofing around and not having, you know, getting a little too frustrated at times or saying things they shouldn't say and stuff like that. But we were all kids too at some point, you know, like, that doesn't make some of the stuff excusable, like really hardcore trolling or raging or stuff like that, but he's going to go for Ashe and eat it. Yeah. Lucian's going to bite the dust, though. We need to group. I wanted to get him in isolation range for Kha'Zix.
Killing spree. Slain an enemy.
Get the dang tower, man. Come on. I feel like I'm doing a lot more damage than usual on the auto attacks. Maybe it's because of the health. I don't really know. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna end it. That's fine. Oh, I get bonus damage versus towers. I didn't notice that before. You see the little number, the little red numbers coming up too? Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, the thing is, Kennen was raging or something, I think. What, or was that Gragas? I don't remember. But deserves is, you know, that's a word that doesn't really matter, right? If someone deserves something but they didn't get it, then they didn't get it, right? I mean, it in League of Legends at least. Maybe in, you know, in life, deserve can kind of matter, but you don't want to get caught up on feeling entitled about things, right? You don't want to think, oh, well, I deserve this. I play this well. You need to think about, well, what can I actually do to get a different result? What can I do to win, right? So Kennen, yeah, maybe he won in lane, but he didn't rotate very much. I don't remember him teleporting bottom and cleaning up some of these fights when we were, you know, diving under tower and stuff like that. He could have definitely used his teleports better. He did well top lane for the most part. What did he get? 231. Yeah, I mean, he definitely beat up Illaoi in lane, but you know, don't get too caught up thinking I deserve this win, or I won my lane, so why didn't I win the game? My teammates feed trash, stuff like that. It's not an individual game, it's a team game, which means you need to look and think about things that you can do to help your team. As a support player, you know, I understand this very well, right? Like, this is natural. I am looking to win other lanes, though. I mean, maybe it's not natural. Maybe there are supports that just think, oh, I won my bottom lane, and so therefore I should win the game. Why can't these people stop feeding? But I think you need to be thinking about roaming, how to help people. I mean, just the psychological support. Don't underestimate that. It's so... I mean, just like I said, imagine if I wasn't in this game, how that conversation would have progressed, right? Like, if I wasn't chilling people out. I mean, just even saying something like, it's cool, just chill, just win the game, stuff like that. It naturally gets people to chill a little bit sometimes. Sometimes they'll still rage, but often they will at least moderate their rhetoric a little bit and chill a little bit more. So if I hadn't been there and they just kept arguing and no one stepped in to say something, to try to chill everybody out, then there's a very good possibility that this person could have just like either quit the game or just legitimately AFK farmed. And just not did anything. I mean, that's kind of what happened anyways, but you just want to do that psychological support. And as I was saying before I got sidetracked on that, you want to make sure that you're helping win the game, and that doesn't always mean winning your lane. Often it does mean winning your lane. That's helpful, but even if you lose your lane, you can still win the game, and it's not like you got carried, you just lost your lane, but you did really useful stuff later on and won the game. I mean, there's a few videos, probably a decent chunk of videos on this channel where my bot lane loses. Either I make mistakes and have a game that's not that great, or the AD carry just can't hit CS, or they make a lot of mistakes. I mean, it's going to happen. If you play enough games, it's going to happen. You're going to have bad games. Sometimes the enemy will just have really good games or really good composition against you or whatever. But we come back and we win a lot of those games. So just trying to stay positive and just thinking about how you can win the overall game. Solution was frustrated because, yeah, he was just completely stomping this Lux, right? Like, it just wasn't even close. I don't know, maybe Lux doesn't play Lux much, or she's just having a bad game, or she's lagging, or whatever. Or Lucian's just really good. But he was going really hard. You saw him just, like, diving towers and just getting super aggressive. So he was very easy to bait. So if Gragas showed up, which he did a lot, to clean up these kills, and then he starts raging because he's really mad that he died, so he's looking for some excuse, but, you know, it's maybe he's not thinking of himself like, oh, I shouldn't have been that aggressive, and he's looking to blame somebody. Well, the person who's died a lot is the person who's going to get that blame. So it's going to be the Illaoi, even though he was caught out quite a bit. Not as much as she was, but he was definitely caught out with his aggression. But yeah, just think about that. So instead of just continually, so in Lucian's place there, if he's frustrated that he just got caught out, buy some wards, buy some more pink, push up, and then go roam and help this Illaoi. You know, if we know they're going to go for Illaoi, then stick around, hide in a bush, and when they go for her, then kill them. That's a viable strategy. Kha'Zix tried to do that some, and Kha'Zix played very well also. That's just something to think about. I just wanted to chip that in at the end, just to, if you're the kind of person that gets frustrated or gets, you know, raging sometimes in lane, and you win your lane a lot, and you're just like, how do I not climb elo? I keep winning my lane every time. Well, it's because you need to take that pressure and go somewhere else. Or maybe even just not only being strong psychologically yourself, and not saying anything, at least, and not getting too frustrated, but helping your team also not get frustrated and not rage. That's really the key. It's not enough just to help yourself. It's not enough just to win your lane. You have to help your allies also win. That's key, because it's a 5-on-5 game. And statistically, you're going to have at least one person that underperforms every game. I mean, there's 5 players. If you are in an ELO bracket where you probably should be, and everyone else is too, then you're going to have either 2 or 3 people that underperform relative to their lane, right? So we just had 1 this game. So this is statistically an anomaly to only have 1 person that's, you know, not performing that well. Now you can help out if it's always, you. So if you're the person who always does well, or if you're the person who always doesn't do well, you know, you can control that. So you can take yourself out of the equation. So there's only 4 other people. And so, you know, statistically, yeah, half the time, 2 of them are going to underperform. So we only had 1, so we had a really good chance to win that game. But you need to think of underperform also. I'm a little hesitant to say that. I mean, because you have to think of the synergies and the combinations with other champions, right? So, you know, my strong performance on Tahm Kench doesn't necessarily mean that I get a lot of kills, right, as a support. It means that I'm helping out other lanes. So don't think of just your own metrics and just say, oh, well, I'm Kha'Zix, I had 10 kills, or a good example here would be I'm Lucian, I have 9 kills, so I did my part. I overperformed. It's like, yes, but you could do more. As I said before, you could roam. Now, he did roam bottom and get kills, so this guy was active. I'm not saying he just stuck in lane. He was doing a great job most of the game. I can feel why he's frustrated, is that he feels like he was doing a lot. But just keep in mind, you can always do more. You know, even LCS players make a ton of mistakes. Even Faker makes mistakes. If you watch any of his games over in Korea, the casters will point out when he makes mistakes. And he definitely makes a lot of mistakes. I mean, SK... I think it's not spoiler at this point, if you're watching. Go ahead and mute for 15 seconds if you don't want to know who's in the final of the Korean League. Okay. Okay, SKT got knocked out of the finals. So that means that even the best player in the world makes enough mistakes to lose the game. And it wasn't all his fault. I think a lot of it was the jungler, a lot of times, just wasn't playing champions he was comfortable with. They were attacking his champions a lot in the banning phase. I still like, I think Bengi was their jungler. I can't remember. I think that was a jungler. I liked him. But anyways, that's an aside. But basically... you just want to make sure that you're doing everything that you can to help your team win. So when you're frustrated, just think, okay, what can I do? What can I do to win? And I do this in most of my videos. Sometimes I just get frustrated. But often I will try to think of ways to win, and we've pulled ourselves out of very tricky situations. Pretty often. You can't always do it, but sometimes you can. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. There's a lot of support videos on this channel if you want to check those out. A lot of Tahm Kench, I realize that. I'm trying to do more. I know we have Nami fans. I know we have Janna fans. Just in this meta, it's really hard to do that. Maybe I'll just do some normal games occasionally just so I can get some of those games up there. Because it's just really hard in ranked, as I said, if you don't have a tanky top and a tanky jungler, then it's really hard to not run a tank support, and Tahm Kench is just the best tank support. I think. At least I'm the best with Tahm Kench. I'll say that. I think Braum is also very viable. I just don't have a lot of practice with him, and frankly, I'm not very good with him. And Alistar's pretty good, but he's been nerfed so hard that he's viable still, for sure. But I just like Tahm Kench a lot better in the current meta. But as soon as we get more tanks, and as soon as I'm a lower pick, then I definitely will play more Janna and Nami. I'm trying to think. Zyra is another one that people really enjoy. So maybe I'll do some normal games and just mix those in here too, just so that I can get a Zyra pick in or a Nami pick in, at least every now and then. Every few days I'll try to do just a normal game or two just to get those in there, just so you can kind of see my gameplay and get my commentary on those things. And if you want to see me play champions, like maybe you want to see me play a Braum game, or maybe you want to see me play a Leona game, whatever, just request it in the comments. I'm more than happy to do it. I'll do anything that you want, and I will try to give commentary to the best of my knowledge. Now, if it's something very unorthodox that I don't have a lot of practice with, you know, I'm not going to be an expert on it. But, I mean, not that I'm an expert on anything anyways, but except for Buddhism in 19th century Britain, I would call myself an expert on that. Or at least the representation of Buddhism in the writing of Victorian novelists in the 19th century. I would call myself an expert on that. But anything else, I'm not really qualified to talk as an expert on that, I don't think. But I'll do the best that I can. And the reason that I say that sounds really random. That's what I'm doing my dissertation topic on, and I have a published article on it in an England journal, and that's what I did my master's thesis on, was representations of Buddhism in George Eliot's Daniel Deronda. So it sounds really obscure and weird, but that's just kind of what you have to do in academia this day and age, is something really obscure and weird. And I think it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun with it. But thank you very much. If you enjoyed this content, do check out the other support videos, and also check out Total War Warhammer if you haven't checked that out yet. It's an awesome game. I know it gets some flack for the DLC and for auto-resolve abuse and some things like that, but it really is cool. Go check out the channel. You get a ton of gameplay hours out of it. I mean, all of my campaigns, I'd say it's safe to say we're only maybe halfway through, maybe not even that. And there's well over 30 episodes. Each episode is probably on average about an hour long. So, and I haven't even done Chaos yet. So if you think I'm playing 5 factions right now, 30 hours each, that's 150 hours invested. And I haven't even beaten it yet. So it's probably going to be closer to 300, 400 hours. Now, not everyone, does it as methodically as I do. And not everyone plays it on Legendary without abusing the auto-resolve system or without using any other exploits. So you can definitely do it faster. I've seen some YouTubers, finish the game in like 15 to 20 episodes just abusing auto-resolve. And it's like, well, yeah, if you're just going to do that, maybe save your money. If you're not going to actually try to play the game and get a good challenge out of it, if you just don't like strategy games, then sure, don't do it. But if you really truly play it to its maximum potential, that's not even including multiplayer. It's got a pretty decent multiplayer scene. Not nearly as good as League of Legends in terms of the infrastructure, but it's still pretty good. I mean, you're going to get hundreds of hours of gameplay out of that for $60. I mean, how many AAA titles can you buy out there where you're going to get more than 50 hours in it? Even something like Witcher, you might get 50 to 100. I haven't played Witcher, but I have a friend that plays it, and, he's probably got 50 to 100 hours. I mean, Total War Warhammer, if you do every campaign and you're playing for real on a challenging difficulty, it doesn't have to be Legendary, but something that actually challenges you, it's going to be a very long game, with each faction. So I totally defend the price tag. I totally defend... I mean, the Beastman DLC, $20 sounds like a lot for DLC, right? But I explained in episode 1 why I definitely think it's worth it. So do check it out. It's a lot of fun. And I'm doing a lot of multiplayer battles as well. So if you're not really super keen on watching the campaign stuff, if you don't want to watch me try to manage my buildings and things like that, you just want to see some fights, you just want to see what the game's all about, just check out the multiplayer battles. I talk a lot about the unit, so it's easy to sort of see what's going on and understand the strategy behind it if you've never played Total War Warhammer. So I think a good way to dip your toe into it and see if it's something that you would like is just to check out some of my multiplayer battles. And I'm posting up quite a few of those as well lately. They just changed a lot of stuff in the most recent patch, so I think it's a lot more fun than it was. So I'm doing a lot more multiplayer. And that's going to be it. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and have a wonderful evening. I'll see you next time.